MTDC CNC Global have travelled to Belgium today. We're just outside Brussels. We're at the Allura group. Now this group has a few companies within it. ROBOJOB is one of them, and you'll be well aware of their products. The other is Allura CNC. Now this company actually practices what they preach as well, because they use the ROBOJOB solution here within their factory for CNC machining. I'm with Pascal. Over the next few minutes we're going to tour Allura CNC, and we're going to find out a little bit more about what they do, what they're making, and why they believe that the ROBOJOB product has evolved into such a success. Pascal, you're also a follower of our channels and you like what we do, so that's very good to hear. But to start with, tell us a little bit about Allura CNC, and what you're actually doing here.
Yeah, we're making most of the time parts for industrial supply. We have no own parts. We produce also parts for the ROBOJOB.
So essentially there's a split. You're making parts for your ROBOJOB product, which is within the group, but you're also a subcontract machining business.
Most of the time subcontracting.
Okay, so what would be the percentage of the subcontracting?
90%.
And now the reason you're a successful subcontractor is because you practice the automation, which you also make within the group. How much difference does having ROBOJOB solutions make to you?
Oh, a lot of difference. Now at the night time we load the stacker, runs all night. Nobody has to stay here. It's a big effort. And
you've got it attached to quite a few of your machines, haven't you? And we're going to have a look around at the machines in question. Firstly, maybe if the camera can come in, tell us a little bit about what we have here. Obviously a robot loading a DMG Mori machine.
Yeah, this is a pretty standard robot. We load these parts. It runs about 45 minutes per piece. So if you can count, it's 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces in one load.
And this is just a straightforward aluminium component?
Yeah, it's an aerospace component. We make approximately around 400 pieces a year, but these pieces can run overnight without a problem.
Okay, now this is just on one machine. This is the DMG Mori. If we move this way a bit, we can see an example, and if we're quick on the camera, we'll be able to actually see it in action. Yeah. Now here we're doing obviously different shapes of parts as well, aren't we?
Yeah. Here we have a different kind of robot with another system. It's a stacker system, which we can load multiple parts on each other and unload them and stacking them again.
Okay, so how many of these parts would you be able to get on this stacker, and is it easy to alter the stacking mechanism?
It's very easy to alter the mechanism, but we have to also watch out for the damaging of the parts. So if they're really, really crucial, the surface roughness, we don't stack them, just not to harm them.
Okay.
Normally, if it's normal steel and we have no worries about it, we can load approximately 8 pieces per stacker.
Okay, now what sort of application is this? Is another industrial part? Not obviously, it's a different material. This is steel now.
Yeah, this is stainless steel. It's used for a machine builder who makes the machines to put on coatings on glass plates for your iPhones, your iPads. They make the machines to build the coating layer on the glass plates. Okay,
now this is a fantastic machine shop that we have here. We're going to look at another Mazak machine that is going to be similar in concept here, but then again much smaller parts. I suppose this illustrates the flexibility of the system.
Yeah, of course. It's ease of use is so anyone can do it.
We got
almost 15 minutes. You can make a program for the robot.
Really? And we've got like a turnover solution here as well. Then have we? Is this a single spindle machine?
No, double spindle machine.
It's a double.
Parts come off totally finished.
Okay, and how many parts would this be making in a day?
In a day, approximately 250, I think. This kind of parts. Depends on the complexity.
Okay, now let's move further up the shop, because we've got bigger robots. How many machines within the machine shop here do have robots on them, or ROBOJOB?
We have 7 installations from ROBOJOB. Yeah, most of them are on the turning machines, but it's almost equal.
Okay, here's another one. This is slight. What have we got here as a method of supporting the billet?
Yeah, it's a special bracket made to put in X's in the machine. We can put the X's down there. For the moment it's not running, but I can show you maybe how it's done.
Okay.
This is what we make here. It's for ROBOJOB. It's the piles you see over there on the other system to guide the pieces. We make this on this turning machine so we can load it.
Okay.
And we will put it in. Also measure it every time in the laser unit to
get the right position.
Yeah. And then afterwards he takes it out, turns over the piece and puts it back in. So we make 2 sides at one time on one spindle machine.
There's quite a lot. I mean, this just shows how you are prepared to adapt the system in order for different shapes and sizes.
We can just take the whole thing off, and we have a normal robot again. So its versatility is quite big.
Okay, interesting. It's all about globalization as well, isn't it now? The world is becoming a smaller place. If you don't automate, if you don't become efficient, you can be at risk to losing business to lower cost economies.
The biggest problem is we can't find any people anymore who wants to do this kind of job. And that's where ROBOJOB was invented from Allura CNC. We had not enough.
Well, what I find fascinating in here, though, is you still do have quite a lot of bodies around here. So there's obviously a lot of staff that have potentially been upskilled.
But there was also the intention from the robots is make sure the machine's running by itself when it can run, and so the other people can make the setups for other parts, make the more complex work.
I think it's also about, in my head, I look at inventory and stocking of product. Engineers don't want to have to keep making parts and keeping them on the shelves. They want to be able to adapt quickly to the needs of their customers. So
stock is not done anymore. They want it ordered today, delivered tomorrow. So you have to have small batches, and that's when ROBOJOB comes in. And from 10 to 20 pieces, we can start a robot.
And you're not reliant on the manpower to have to be here all the time. You can literally.
No, you can do it by robot.
Okay, let's go and have a final look at this one here. I know that you do have more solutions around, but again, we're looking at smaller parts here.
Smaller parts, it's complexity zero, but
the quantity is there in order to keep the machine turning.
The moment we have 20 to 50 pieces, we start the robot. Then the people who normally puts in the pieces here can go somewhere else, make another setup with the robot.
And we can see here this is a vertical machining center that we're actually feeding with you've got two vices on there, have you?
Yeah. Two vices there, pneumatically.
Pneumatically activated. So one part. How many parts are you putting? Is it just one part?
One part. We can also put in side one and then reposition it with our repositioning gripper and put it in the next clamp to finish off the second side.
Right. Okay. So you've essentially got a turnover station here as well.
Yeah. We have. It's there.
And when it comes to the operating panel here, do you find this, is this easy for the operators to pick up? They have to be skilled people?
It's pretty easy in use. Yeah, I think everybody around here, the guys who make the setups on the machines knows how to operate the robot.
Yeah. Okay, let's just move this way, Pascal, before we wrap up here. You have some machine shop here, don't you? You've got, how many machine tools? I can see travelling column machines, 5-axis machines, turning centres. It's quite a wealth of technology.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. But we want to keep investing in the 5-axis machines because the more size you can do from once, it's always a win-win situation.
And when it comes to the ROBOJOB, you must be able to see this market growing because here in Europe, you're very, very well into your robots, but around the globe, robotics is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge. The market is endless, I think. It keeps growing and growing.
Good stuff, and I'm sure your subcontract business will as well, as a result of the fact that you are implementing ROBOJOB.
We can keep the prices pretty low because we don't need so many people anymore.
Yeah. Making you very, very efficient. Most machines run at about, if you took a vertical machining centre, they reckon anywhere between 35 and 40% efficiency. Now that means that when the spindle is in operation cutting metal, is that good enough? Is that good enough for your machine shop? By implementing solutions like you see here at Allura CNC with the ROBOJOB systems can up that to 90% efficiency. It means you can double the output of your machine as a result of automation. Pascal, thank you very much for your time. It's been great to have a tour around this machine shop. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much. Nice to meet you.